Huddle, the #1 place to start your day with a daily dose of integrity-based human influence. Happy Mastery Monday. And Mr. Callaghy, how are you? And what's cooking on your Mastery Monday? So for everyone joining in, can you believe that we are 1 week away from the... Hey, what's up, Sean? Hey, Sean, we can hear you.
Hello?
Hey. Hey, Sean, can you hear us? Interesting. So for everyone, as we come in to the end of 2020, 1 week before the holidays, how are you? How's your heart? How's your family? What are you present to? So let's drop it in the chat. Let's encapsulate our current state in one word. I am feeling pensive. Pensive would be the word of the choice for me on this Ecosystem Mastery Monday. So where are you? Where's your heart? Where's your mind? And where are you on the focus of your ecosystem capital? As today we're going to have a pretty amazing huddle. I will not tell you why, but we do have some amazing guests. And of course, Mr. Callaghy is going to be running the show. So as we give him a few moments to jump on here with us, let's see what is cooking in the chat. We have those that are grateful. We have energized. We have growth. We have acceleration. We have excitement, gratitude, effing awesome, and inspired. So Nancy B going with the disruptive wordology. We got pumped up. We have hearts are filled. Had a better 2020 than a 2019. What a blessing, as I will say. Not many people could do the same. Joe Coburn saying what's up to these beautiful people. So Adam Gugino, what are you present to on this ecosystem merging Mastery Monday as you, my
Good morning.
friend?
I'm not hearing anything. Nicole, can you hear Fernando? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
We hear you. Yeah. Technology is just rather interesting today.
All right. Well, the bottom line is good morning. Good morning. If I'm talking over somebody, I apologize. So just deliver this. So good morning. Happy Ecosystem Merger and Mastery Monday. Obviously, something is odd with the connection on my end, so I will work on getting this addressed. I'm in the process of journeying towards a substantial and pretty amazing program ecosystem merger potential, and it has not been fully finalized, actualized yet, but we'll certainly keep everybody posted on that. And I think that, like everything, as the ecosystem value of Unblinded grows, it impacts the ecosystem value for everyone. And that's something that when I say it, there's real tangibility to it. Heroic unique identity is built on the things that are unique, congruent, and resonant, that draw people, and open listening. Right? All of leadership, all of marketing, selling, recruiting is built on the opening of listening. And so when these things are positive and occurring, if one understands the power of how to appropriately adapt to the additional new and fun and unique characteristics that are happening, then that supports you in you booking your speaking engagements, you creating your meetings, and just the stuff that you're up to and connected to, just like what you do does for others in this movement as well. So because I don't know if anybody can actually hear anything I'm saying, I'm gonna cut it short, kick it back to Adam and Fernando today. I do want to make a special acknowledgement to Adam and Fernando for everything they're doing, for their support of this incredible ecosystem of Unblinded and of all that's happening. So remarkable. I also want to make a special acknowledgement to Rob Gill. Rob Gill did some things yesterday to make what is occurring was just integral and indispensable in moving mountains with a hospital that was needed to do certain things, testing lines for COVID that were part of this entire process and journey. And it wasn't small. It anything would have been a beautiful gesture. It was extraordinary what ended up occurring. So on this ecosystem merger Monday, and as we drop into this entire week, we are going to be focused very meaningfully on the transitions and where we might be losing things in the transition, like a transition from ecosystem merger, transition to speaking, transition to sales, meaning transition to sale, transition to revenue and disposable income. And transitions are what happens in between each of those steps. That's a big theme on the groups. It's going to be a big thing on the Tuesday, Thursday night calls. And something we'll certainly be focusing on in one-on-ones. And I'm immensely grateful, to everybody for being present, as well as the idea of like story. And we leaned in on heroic unique identity last week. We're going to lean in heavily on heroic unique identity and story this week. And Fernando, Adam, everybody, back to you. You guys drive and share any distinctions that you like. Let's bring any folks up, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Thanks. Great job.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mr. Callaghy. Even though you cannot hear us, we certainly could hear you. So for everyone, as we bring it home early today, well, not early, on time at 8:45 on this morning huddle, let's drop, what's present for you. One of the things that, we ask that question quite regularly, and it's not because it's one of our favorite questions. It's also because it brings us to the moment of what we're actually processing. We say all the time, there's multiple ways to listen to the story. There's, the entertainment factor, and obviously Rob Gill, Sean, Bella and company are rather entertaining. There's also the, how does this apply to me in my life and world? And number 3 is, how can I teach the lessons that I am receiving, to my friends, family, coworkers, peers, employees, partners, etc. So for everyone out there, like, what listening are you currently filtering, this information through, and what are you walking away with? What are you present to? Another way, and this is slightly distorting the question, even though it can mean whatever we want it to mean, is what are you taking away? What are you present to? What are you taking away from today's conversation as we spoke about the growth and measurement of ecosystem equity? The fact of when one of us brings in a new partner, it rises the ecosystem value of the entire movement. And yesterday, Sean gave great examples of what ecosystem equity really looks like and the power of influence. And it was demonstrated through the beautiful things that Rob Gill did because of his ecosystem equity, because of the merger between Rob, Unblinded, and Sean, because of the power of influence. They were able to create some outcomes that for most people would be like ridiculous and insane in such a small period of time. And it was the benchmark example of influencers influencing influencers to merge ecosystems to make the world an even greater place. So for you, some takeaways are ecosystem equity, the power of influence, and the understanding, the stepping into the reality of every time we grow our ecosystem equity, it impacts not only us, the multiple of what it does to the movement, the multiple on return on, I don't want to say investment, the ROI on ecosystem equity is masterful, absolutely amazing. And here's one, as I step into the role of what's present for me. What's present for me is the degenerating of ecosystem equity is not only beneficial for you, it's beneficial to the movement, but also the showing to your ecosystem how that merger is impacting others reduces the friction on them wanting to do more ecosystem merging. So Adam Gugino, I will kick it over to you for final as you take us home here on this ecosystem merging mastery Monday. What is present for you on the power of bringing 5 and 5, and another great example of what it looks like to merge ecosystems intentionally and take us home on this Monday?
Well, first, massive gratitude to Mr. Rob Gill for moving mountains and all that he had accomplished yesterday. Great, amazing job. Thank you for that, Rob. And what I'm present to is the rise and mastery of merging ecosystems and what that means for the community. And when we think about last night, Fernando, the incredible human that we were having a ecosystem merger conversation with, that was introduced by Ken Van Loo, and who now, when we were speaking about Real Raw Opens and what those Real Raw Opens will bring to the conversation I had with Patricia on Friday night, and how that's going to change and impact the world. So it is, that's an example that I look forward to sharing in the near future. And it is just knowing who could be brought to each other's ecosystem that will exponentially impact the outcome and changing the world, making it a greater place. So there we are, and let's bring it home.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for being here. We'll end with this. It is December 14th, Monday, December 14th. And in the world of Unblinded, this is the final week. This is the final week before the holidays. Whichever you care to celebrate is the final week. 2 weeks prior to New Year's Eve, and this is it. The accumulation of what's been a rather interesting year. This is your final week of sales, your final week of work, and I'm not saying we're going to be taking any days off. I'm not suggesting or insinuating that you are going to be taking any days off. What I'm saying is this is the final week without holidays in 2020. What are we committed to, and what ridiculous goal and or achievable goal and or realistic goal are you looking to step into on this Ecosystem Merging Mastery Monday, final week of 2020? Unblinded, you have been incredible, amazing. Thank you. Have a masterful Monday, and we'll see you fine folks on the summit tonight at 7 o'clock and or tomorrow's huddle.